Fit FM is owned and operated by Communistation Company Limited, located in Stuart Castle, Duncan's Trelawney, Jamaica. We broadcast on FM 96.7 locally and is heard worldwide on fitfmja.com. Our mission is to amplify diverse voices and opinions, inform, educate, entertain, and engage listeners of all ages and lifestyle while promoting responsible community development. Fit FM 96.7, your life, your music.
Cultural Mix, an exciting radio show identifying and showcasing cultural diversity across the world through music, interviews, and lively discussions. Join Bev Moonchild on Fit FM 96.7, Fridays 6 to 8 p.m. Cultural Mix, everything cultural. Tune in. Fit FM 96.7, your life, your music.
You've got to give, yes, I'm standing 10 feet tall. Never let the system get you down. No way, no way. Never let it make you wear a frown. Well, you have only one life to live. So your best shot, you've got to give. Yes, I'm standing 10 feet tall, standing 10 feet tall, standing 10 feet tall. Well, I'm standing 10 feet tall, standing 10 feet tall, standing 10 above them all. Well, things may not be like you want them to be. Yes, so be wise. You got to try carefully. Well, there may be obstacles in your way. Just remember, Rome wasn't built in one day. I'm standing 10 feet tall, standing 10 feet tall, standing 10 feet tall. Well, I'm standing 10 feet tall, standing 10 feet tall, standing 10 above them all. Well. You keep your sanity, yes, facing all kind of constraints every day. In this life, your dues you've got to pay. Yes, I'm standing 10 feet tall, standing 10 feet tall, standing 10 feet tall.
Fridays, 6 to 8 p.m. I'm Mara said, know yourself, know your roots, know your culture. You're in tune to Cultural Mix with Bev Moonchild and Fit FM 96.7. Fridays, 6 to 8 p.m. I'm Mara said.
Standing 10 feet tall, standing 10 feet tall, standing 10 feet tall, standing 10 above them all.
Julia, you know I'm dancing so high. Huh? Will you stop it there, sir?
I mean, I wait for sing 10 feet tall and you're going to the high part there. Me can't go to the high part there. But, okay. Yeah. Standing 10 feet tall, standing 10 feet tall, standing 10 feet tall. She can't stop me now. well. It is Friday. It is June 17. We are in the studio of Fit FM 96.7. We're not dating? Oh, Lord have mercy. It is Friday, and I'm here as your host, Bev Moonchild, for Cultural Mix. Folks, we're happy to have you, and we want you to stay with us for the next 2 hours, really. It has really been an awesome week. Lots of things have happened here in Jamaica, and I see where things are getting into the mix and all kind of, festival song is on again. Thank God. So I am just waiting to hear those 10 festival songs. Yes. What is independence without festival song, people? And it's Jamaica 60. So we're happy that it forms part of the culture for independence, and we are happy that things have worked itself out, and so we are happy for that. Other things are happening over in Spanish Town. There is on the negative side, and we see where the Prime Minister this morning announced an SOE. Is it SOE? Yes, for parts of St. Catherine or St. Catherine in total. I'm not so sure, but people be safe as much as you can, because as we know it, it's in the minority. It's the minority that is causing all of this, And as a majority of well-thinking citizens in this country, we really need to stand up and take charge of what is ours and what is rightly ours. We're happy to be here, and we want for you to welcome others and for you to share the program with your friends. We have an interesting young man here with us. When he is about to talk, really, people, you're going to wonder if he's a 70-year-old man or if he's a young man, because I call him an old soul. He is an old soul trapped in the body of a young man. Really, really deep. And we want for you, if you know any young people out there, male or female, tell them to tune into Cultural Mix, because we're in for a awesome discussion with Dimitri, our guest, later on as we go into the meat of the matter, right? So happy to have you, all the persons who are joining us, whether you're in Trelawney or you are in the diaspora, you're wherever you are, because we go Facebook Live, we meet people all over the world, and we want to big up the people who continue to be with us 24/7. FitFMJA.com, always with us. We thank you. Friends who love Fit FM, we also thank you for being here. Thank everyone. Blessings, Kay. Dimitri had to laugh. Why? I don't know. I'm reading the comments on Facebook. Hi, cuz. That's Arlene Burke. Okay, Arlene. So you are going to be in for a treat from your cousin, Pauline Williams. Good evening to you all. Happy that you are here. So Arlene Burke, we're asking you to share the live with your friends. Tell them to come and listen to the Dimitri this evening. So thank you, everyone. Are we going to take a break for another song, and then we come right back into the discussion? It's Cultural Mix. We soon come back.
Hey, the cry of the oppressed, the cry of the downtrodden man. Brothers and sisters, we got to, yes, rise up, rise and call. Don't you bow and fall. Evil men will fight you down, even when you're back against the wall. Rise up, rise and tall. Don't don't you bow and fall. No matter what they say or do, think big, don't think small. People working so hard and yet underpaid, and to mount situation that's just first aid. Depression and stress when the bills can't be paid. Still me nah go falter, nah go fade. Got to move ahead in life no matter what it takes. The chains and the barriers, you know we gotta break. My eyes are open, and now that I'm awake, now go make you eat up the cake. Rise up, rise stand tall. Don't you bow and fall. Evil men will fight you down, even when you're back against the wall. Rise up, rise stand tall. Don't you bow and fall. No matter what they say or do, think big, don't think small. Uplift yourself from poverty and shame. No more self-pity, the victory must claim. The ancestors' blood must never go in vain. We have the power of the sun and the rain. As rebel in the street, we never go one retreat. We know the struggle bitter, we know say it no sweet. We trample corruption under we feet. Climb into the highest peak. Rise up, rise stand tall. Don't you bow and fall. Evil men will fight you down, even when you're back against the wall. Rise up, rise stand tall. Don't you bow and fall. No matter what they say or do, think big, don't think small. Yeah.
Positive words there from Imara. Rise up, rise and stand tall. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. We are here in the studio of Fit FM 96.7. Your life, your music. It's Cultural Mix, and I'm your host, Bev Moonchild. This evening, we are going to be talking serious stuff. So, invite everyone who you want to come and listen to a serious discussion, because when you look at what is happening in Jamaica, when you look at the crime statistics, when you look at the murder, when you look at the people who are dying through murder, when you look at those who, I don't know, there's this channel that I watch sometimes, and when it talk about the people who are involved in crime in Jamaica are young boys, young little pick of them. And I say them, how at what point in their lives did they think of saying, may I go enter that thing here? At what point? At 12? At 13? Because when you look at some of them, I never think them past 20. But they are deep into this thing and they are getting hurt because none of them are dead. I see some videos and want to see the condition under which these young men claim say, when you watch them when them dead too, are some terrible death them get, And I'm saying, when will they learn? We have to understand that always, instead of hyping up that, we need to hype the positive. And this evening, we're going to be hyping a positive youth from Trelawney. Are you from Trelawney, Dimitri?
Most definitely.
Well, guess what? Me see you. We don't tie there. I wonder what going for that tie.
Well, definitely it's William Nib every time, Definitely. So big up William Nib, straight place.
So, okay, William Nib. So all the people who went to William Nib, or somebody who did go to William Nib. In which class? Which graduating class? When?
2014.
2014. So if you were, it's like a last week. Yes, last week. The class of 2014, William Nib High School, come forward because Dimitri Burke is here in the studio. Sir Burke, in the studio of Fit FM 96.7. Your life, your music, and he's going to be talking. You graduated from William Nib in 2014. Were you always this positive youth at school, or is after school?
No, it was always throughout school, like from the very inception. I've always tried to be different because in order to be irreplaceable, one has to be different. It makes no sense to be a replica. So therefore, while growing up, my upbringing, always had my mama around me,
Mm-hmm.
So she always taught me well, and she always say, Raheem, just focus on you.
Mm-hmm.
Focus on you. Whatever it is that is yet to come, approach it when it does. But then in my surroundings, there's always the negatives.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And it's very prevalent. I won't say it's like something that you can escape if you're not firm in your mentality.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, ever since I was young, I've always been entering reading competitions at school,
Mm-hmm.
and that helps to boost my vocabulary
Mm-hmm.
and also help to boost my mentality as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So upon getting older, you know, I started reading a lot of stuff.
Before we talk about the reading a lot of stuff, which primary school you attended?
Wakefield Primary.
Wakefield. Okay,
know?
so you're from the Wakefield area,
No, I'm actually from Bounty Hall.
Bounty Hall.
Yeah, Bounty Hall. So between Bounty Hall,
Mm-hmm.
Falmouth, Wakefield, this side, yeah, my town.
Oh, your town. Okay, so you grew up in Bounty Hall.
Definitely.
Right, went to primary school at Wakefield,
Wakefield.
Primary. Now, Dimitri, coming up in primary school, what kind of student were you at Wakefield?
Well, at Wakefield Primary, I was practically a B plus student, B plus A student.
Okay.
You know, I volunteered a lot. I've always participated. You know, I was like that go-to person. Because from the very beginning, I've always realized that there's a certain aura that surrounds me. Like everybody wants to be around Dimitri.
Yeah.
You know, anywhere Dimitri is, that's where the party is.
Okay.
You know? So like I can clearly remember like grade 5.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, my friends and I, big up Ernest Brown, Shaquem Bartley, you know. We always like get together up on a Friday evening, and then in class, we leave school, go to the supermarket, we like buy drinks and stuff and come back on the compound with it, and like we have our own little fun.
Okay.
So even when
okay.
there's no class party, you're keeping
You're
one.
keeping your own party. Yes, yes. I see somebody calling you Mr. Blunt.
Oh,
What on this?
who is that? Come on, tell me.
I don't even know. I want to look like one Spanish name. You know, press per something like that.
I think I definitely have a feeling who that is.
Okay. One Sir Burke,
Yeah, man.
2010s Ennis.
Definitely.
So these are your folks joining in. But
Definitely.
growing up and realizing how different you were, where did that come from?
How different I was, it was just definitely, you know, mommy.
Okay.
Yeah, because I mean, like, everybody that know me, mommy, I done.
Okay.
Yeah, she only done me answer to.
Okay.
Yeah. You know? Yeah, man, I only done me answer to when I'm a G, I'm a general.
Oh, yeah,
man.
you're a general. That.
You know,
okay.
so-
Okay.
I mean, like, sometimes me and her walk on the road and, like, when she see everybody I hail me and think, yeah, no, man, we can't walk with you, you're too famous. You lost me. You know? But the whole positive vibe definitely come from mommy and daddy as well, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So both of them born February, same way.
Okay. Okay.
Me end up at December. So
Okay. Okay.
you know what I mean? Yeah, consider myself as a tropical penguin.
Yes. Yes.
You
So
know?
you went to high school in William Nib.
Yeah.
Talk to me about the high school years now.
All right.
What were some of the challenges as a young man, as a school youth, and how did you go through and what would I say now? The obstacles couldn't hold you down.
Trust
You went
me,
through all of the challenges.
there was a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? There was a lot because growing up single parent, you know,
Mhm.
like typically Jamaica, being a single parent household,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and then at that point the whole scamming became prevalent.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like people are recruit you
Mm-hmm.
for big gang and all these type of things, you
Mhm.
know. So being a youth now, leaving primary school, heading to William Nib,
Mm-hmm.
as I said, mommy was always there and I've always been reading.
Okay.
So me reading, it just allows me to transcend to a different point, you know, a different atmosphere. So I uncover a lot, I discovered a lot through reading.
Mm-hmm.
So when I actually got to high school now, trust me, high
Mhm.
school, I can definitely clearly remember Kamara Grant, big up yourself, my English teacher, love your loads.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she said, introduce yourselves.
Okay.
Yeah, so when I stood and I said, Dimitri Burke, and at that seat. She said, "No, stand up again.
Mm-hmm.
What is your name, young man?"
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Dimitri Burke." She said, "You know, you're walking around with some big names."
Okay.
So I'm like, "Really?"
Okay.
You know? And then she was the first one to actually let me look at my whole self differently,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's also a part of where I grasp the concept, because wisdom always comes with looking old.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You know, wisdom always comes with looking old. And
Mhm.
then for a youth like me, in this particular society right now, wherein we can clearly see what's going on, where
Mhm.
I set myself apart from the rest,
Okay.
you know, because at the end of the day, as I said, I never wanted to be a replica.
Mm-hmm.
I've always wanted to create my own path, because at this current point, what I'm seeing is like everyone is taking the same path.
Mm-hmm.
And when I actually analyze reality, my generation is going before yours.
Yes. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
My generation is going before yours.
Yeah.
We are self-destructing.
Yeah.
You get me? So when I really look at that and I said, come on, everything can't be the same. We cannot continue on this path.
Mm-hmm.
There has to be a change. So therefore, I've decided to go where there is no path and leave a trail.
Mm-hmm. So you're creating your own path.
Definitely, you know?
You're creating.
Creating my own legacy.
Yes. And what are some of the things that help you now to create this path for yourself?
Well, practically, first of all, for anybody that knows me, they'll tell you that the music that I listen,
Mm-hmm.
that's one. You
Mhm.
know, I read,
Mm-hmm.
the company I keep,
Mm-hmm.
you know, the things that I find pleasure in,
Mm-hmm.
you know. It's practically, as I mentioned, and I describe myself as the man in which the ways and trends of the old has been incorporated with the new,
Yeah.
you know. So I'm that bridge, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because initially you cannot expect that you're gonna achieve greatness if you should neglect your own self,
Yeah.
because self-doubt
Mm-hmm.
has actually killed a lot of people before failure actually accomplished that.
Say that again.
I said self-doubt
Mm-hmm.
kills a lot of people before failure actually get the chance to accomplish that.
Yes. And I want to back you up with what Marcus Garvey said about confidence, because when you have self-doubt, is confidence you lack, you know.
Definitely.
And he says that without confidence, you're twice defeated.
In the race of life,
But with confidence,
you won the race before you've ever started.
before you even started. So when you come and say self-doubt, kill before failure even get the chance to do it. A lot of our young people doubt themselves, you know.
Most definitely. You know? Most definitely.
Mhm.
Because when I really analyze reality, I mean, William Nib says it best: ignorance enslaves, knowledge liberates.
That is your
School's motto:
ignorance.
enslaves while knowledge liberates.
But Dimitri, big and serious, how many of your colleagues then understand this motto?
Well, I mean, as I said, wisdom always comes with looking old. So whenever I'm in a surrounding, I always get the pushback. Yo, my youth, they're upon some different type of thing, you know.
Mhm.
They're upon that right now, but I've always remained focused. I've always remained steadfast, because I know that, hey, at this current point, the path that we are treading as youths,
Mhm.
it's not what we need. You
No.
know, we really need to plan and strategize and create a way out,
Mhm.
rather than sinking ourselves to an abyss.
Mhm.
You understand me? Because if we are the ones that are actually killing ourselves,
Mhm.
how can we say youths are the future when we are destroying the future?
Because you're destroying yourself.
Exactly. And at this current point right now, I stand for a cause wherein that if that cause should disappear today or tomorrow, then so will I.
Mhm.
Because that causes humanity. Without the human race, what am I?
Mhm. Mhm. How are you going to accomplish that? If your cause is humanity, what are you going to do to accomplish your cause?
As it stands right now, to accomplish anything, first in life, you have to conquer yourself.
Okay.
You know? And I've reached the point where I have asserted myself
Mm-hmm.
to a point that I am always ready for whatever that's coming.
Mm-hmm.
So as a young man, you need to assert yourself in the right direction, put
Mhm.
yourself in the right light. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, you know. Previously, I had my hair like high.
Okay. Style.
Yeah, you know, Keane Road, the
Mhm.
whole Afro thing, and like
Okay.
reached to a point where I'm looking in the mirror and I search myself and I say, I
Mhm.
can't find myself and I like this.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime that I find myself blending in with the majority, I don't like it. You know?
Ah.
You know,
Ah.
definitely. Whenever I find
Yes.
myself blending in with the majority, I
Yes.
don't like it.
Make you
That's not me.
uncomfortable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, it's devastating.
Yes.
So you know what? I say, I link
Mm.
mommy and I say, mommy, I know say, I will trim though.
You talk to your mother.
Yeah, man. I talk to you done myself.
You done.
Yeah, man. I say, I will trim you know.
Uh-huh.
She laugh up at me and I said, sure. Yeah, now I cut fear here. I say, all right, watch me.
Uh-huh.
You know? And then I say, all right then. I just say, you know what, I loose up me here.
Mm-hmm. I had it in what, cornrows?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
You know? Went to Falmouth. I say, all right. So Tata, we got my barber Tata, you know?
Mm-hmm.
13 Market Street, Falmouth, MG. Yeah,
But
man.
if you come from ball out. Yes.
You know?
Uh-huh.
So I say, all right then. I say, take you off. Him say, I joke, Karen. Say, I say, take you off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say, all right then. Sure, me I know. Look like 16 all over like me just a graduate.
Yeah.
You know? And then second place me go was my closet.
Okay.
I'm going to say, all right then. Start evaluate my closet. I'm going to say, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
This needs to go.
Okay.
You can't stay.
Okay.
You need to go.
Okay.
You know?
So like what you were removing from your closet. I'm interested in that.
Yeah, like I have a lot of t-shirts.
Okay.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like casual.
Okay.
Yeah, like look at myself, I'm Mr. Burke, you're not casual.
Mm-hmm.
No, man. Show them the Mr. Burke that they have been waiting for.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And I can recall a good little while that my dad have a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And certain things I was telling him at the moment,
Mm-hmm.
him said to me, said, D, you know ready yet, man. Give yourself some time.
Mm-hmm.
Say me not ready yet. You sure, man?
Mm-hmm.
Him said, me I tell her, you not ready yet, man. He said, just give yourself some time and say, you have far to go. And I can guarantee you, when you actually reach that point in life,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to see what I talk about. And trust me, I'm going to find the version of myself that I've been wanting to find.
Okay.
You know? So for youths, the first thing, it starts with you. You need to conquer yourself.
Mm-hmm. How do you conquer self? Because when you explain to me now, say, you're looking at the mirror and you say, no, me not like what I see.
Yeah.
Me I go take off the hair. And it's not like I have nothing against hair.
No.
Me I go take off the hair. I'm looking at my closet now. Because in evaluating self, you realize now that the self that you want to create
It's not there.
is not there. Or the self that you want is not there. And you're set out now to create that self that you will be comfortable with, that you really want. How important is evaluating self? How important is that?
Very. Because actually, in Jamaica, maybe some other places, the first thing about self
Mm-hmm.
is image and presentation.
Okay.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So the way in which you present yourself. All right, just like our first interaction, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. I was there. I walked in. You were getting your nails done. You know, big up Dana, your nail tech, and I'm big up a nail tech. You know, big up Dana, your nail tech. You know, yeah, delicious for the hair. You know, yeah. You want to get the African prince?
All right. So
Yeah.
then I have to come from
Then I have to
business
come
ball
from
out.
business ball out,
Yes.
so but-
And ball out our
The whole
business.
evaluation thing. I mean, self.
Mm-hmm.
So your image, you have to work on that.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the first thing that they will see about you. When you saw me and you look at me, you're analyzing, and I said to myself, young man,
Mm-hmm.
you seem different.
Yeah, I did say that.
Yeah, I can clearly recall. I said, young man, you seem different, and you acknowledge my necklace, right?
Yeah, you had on the ankh.
Definitely.
And
You
from
know?
me to the ankh, me say, me have to go after one or two questions. You know?
And you said to me, what's that you're wearing around the neck? And I said, hey, you know, It's a symbol of life.
Yeah.
Because that's where everything happens. In the midst of life, you
Yeah.
find Dimitri Burke. At the end of life, then you can say death. You know?
Yes.
Yes, I mean, it's all about life and progress. Once you evaluate yourself
Mm-hmm.
as a youth,
Mm-hmm.
and you know that, hey, there's greatness inside you.
But how do you discover, Dimitri,
You know?
that there is greatness in you? What was that turning moment for you? When did you discover that no, I am not a regular person?
William Neal, Fifth Farm. And I owe a lot of my success to William Neal, you know.
Okay, okay.
You know, I will never forget Fifth Farm, Kamara Grant, literature teacher,
Mm-hmm.
English teacher, same way. She looked at me and she said this to a 17-year-old Burke.
Mm-hmm.
She said, Dimitri, don't change the you that you are. And if you do change with the you that you are. Come on, you cannot tell a 17-year-old that, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, being young and naive, like, so like,
Mm-hmm.
what we so come with now, man?
Mhm.
So me saw next assignment, this stress me,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And then
Don't change.
don't change the you that you are.
Mm-hmm.
But if you do change
Mm-hmm.
with the you that you are.
Deep.
Definitely submarine underwater, man.
How did you understand it though?
It wasn't until I was leaving high school
Mm-hmm.
and everybody was, you know, when I said come see I said Yui,
Okay.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
and then I said, Mr. Burke, I'm to you, what go on for you? I'm look, I'm say, you know, say Artrust I do it.
Heart trust.
Yeah, man, definitely. I say Artrust I do it, you know. Trust me. That's when it started.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm get ridiculed, man, not lie. You know? Some of them look at me and say, hold on. It's Tiago. I say, really, I look down
What
for
you wanted to go to heart trust to do?
electrical.
Okay. Okay.
You know?
Okay.
And I said, you know what? I just answered them with the school's motto.
Mm-hmm.
Ignorance enslaves and knowledge liberates.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, listen, you have such a powerful motto, but yet still you choose to disregard it.
Mm-hmm.
When did you all neglected yourselves?
Mm-hmm.
You know? Because I am you as you are me.
No, you go hard with them little youth there. Did they understand though what you were saying to them?
Well, I won't lie to you. I mean, some of them did,
Mm-hmm.
but it seems as if the majority didn't.
Okay.
You know? But
Mhm.
at the end of the day, as I said, I was always a constant reader.
Okay.
So therefore, places that I went through reading, they have yet to discover.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So went to Heart Trust, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and this is where another chapter of my life unfolded. And went to Heart Trust, completed the level 2,
Mm-hmm.
you know, met Omar Palmer, Daniel Lobar, you know what I mean, Barrington Brown. They were very instrumental towards my achievement because I was there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? A lot of people, you finally get your answer today about this particular story. You wanted it, so here it is. You know? So I was there at JPS.
Mm-hmm.
I completed the level 2. I did working experience there and everything. And
So you left Heart and went to JPS?
definitely.
Okay.
You know? During my tenure there, I went back to Heart. So I said, you know what? Finish this course. You know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I'm not stop at the 2. So I finish this course.
Mm-hmm.
Went back, got the level 3, the diploma now.
Mm-hmm.
All right then. Went back to boss and said, listen, complete the course, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, say, what can I go on for your youth? And him say, all right, no problem, schoolers. Jump on, man.
Mm-hmm.
So him give me a start, him give me a starting contract and everything, and it was going pretty great. I won't lie to you, you know. Yeah, anywhere the team is, I'm at working,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
you know. At that point, nothing mattered to me because I mean the team was there, Omar Palmer was there, Lobar, Barrington, Brown, the entire team.
Mm-hmm.
I learned everything that there was until it got to a point where they said that they needed permanent staff now.
Okay.
You know? So this is where William Nib actually was crucial.
Mm-hmm.
Because as a William Nib graduate, for me that's a plus. Big
Mm.
up Nib School.
Mm-hmm.
And I went, He said interview. So I go all the way to Kingston.
Okay. For your interview.
Yeah, you know. So I say, all right then. I never yet plan to fail.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I always tell myself, this is yours. You got this. Because if it is not work,
Mm-hmm.
it's not gonna work.
Here you know.
You know what I mean?
Yes, yeah.
So I did the interview.
Mm-hmm.
It was broken up into 3 parts.
Okay.
So you have the field test, you have the written test, and then you have the actual interview.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So field test, passed that,
Mm-hmm.
went up in bucket, come back down,
Mm-hmm.
pull transformer,
Okay.
all works,
Mm-hmm.
and passed that. Written test, answer the questions, you know. But then there was a summary.
Mm-hmm.
Summary consists of 50 words. Why you want to be a lineman, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I said 50 words. So when I started off, I was like, no, I'm starting off too much words.
Mm-hmm.
So then I said, you know what? I'm an English student. So I went back to the drawing board and I scratched that. I made it out and gave them 48 words actually, and kept 2 for myself.
Okay.
You know? So in 48 words, I completed why I wanted to be a lineman.
Okay.
Then finally, there was the interview aspect of it now, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I was interviewed by 2 operations manager, HR representative, and I think there was also a senior operations manager there as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I was totally unfazed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've never yet seen a challenge that
You
I
can't
haven't
overcome.
thought of a way to get out of.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, so immediately I was like, mind, work. And I was like, yeah, you are Mr. Burke.
Mm-hmm. It will work.
It will definitely work. It has to work. There's no other way. So, come to conclusion, you know, do test, do interview, everything complete. And when I came back down, you know, I saw Omar Palmer. You're going to hear the name there a lot, because trust me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say, in my boss,
Mm-hmm.
in my boss. I'm going to say, Palmer,
Mm-hmm.
I do it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I must say, where's the maestro? I say, I do it, man, because, like, remember from JPS days?
Okay.
Maestro, my name.
Okay.
I'm going to say, yeah, man. Results finally came out now. I began to hear, who is Dimitri Burke? So I'm sitting in the yard like, what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
Another manager come, who is Dimitri Burke? What, you know? So I'm like, here I am.
Mm-hmm.
You know, front and center, here I am. What's going on? She said, no. You are Dimitri? So I'm saying, yeah. She said, no, I have to keep a meeting. I said, whoa, this big.
What do you mean? Have to keep a meeting?
I'm coming to that point right now. I came second overall island-wide throughout the entire interview from a selected, was it 100 or 98 something of that regional? May I tell us,
You came second.
I came second overall island-wide and first in the parish of Trelawney from everyone that went.
Wow. Congratulations. Well, that was years ago.
Definitely 5
So
years
the
ago.
meeting was what? The meeting was to say what?
The meeting was to say how exceptional
Okay.
I did as
Okay.
a youth just entering the company,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
to accomplish such feat
Mm-hmm.
within 10 months.
10 months. How did that make you feel?
Well, I was definitely elated, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, being excited was just an understatement.
My God, Dimitri, I am proud of you years after. You talk about Omar Palmer,
Yeah.
and that I'm going to be hearing his name a lot. How important is that kind of, when people come in our company, you have people who take them under them wings and guide them
Definitely.
and carry them through and mentor them. That is what Omar Palmer did.
Trust me.
Uh,
He's the definition of that,
mm-hmm.
you know.
We can understand why you call him name a lot.
He's a definition of that because he practically single-handedly
Mm-hmm.
molded me,
Mm.
grew me
Mm-hmm.
through the entire company we're in. When I got to that point,
Mm-hmm.
it didn't end there. Another meeting was set,
Mm-hmm.
this time with President at the moment, Kelly Tomlin.
Okay. Yes, I remember Kelly Tomlinson.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I definitely went to Kingston again.
And met with her.
I met with her, you know,
Mm-hmm.
at her office and everything. Sorry
Mhm.
about that.
Mhm.
Yeah, at her office and everything. There in Kingston, I was like, looking over, I was like,
How was that interview?
Trust me, it was good.
And what came out of that one? You got a
It was
promotion.
good. You know, the exact opposite.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
The exact opposite.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
What I mean? Trust me, if you're not get fighting, that makes sense.
Okay. All right.
You
No
know?
problem. We understand. But you would have had some growth.
Definitely.
There were persons who monitored you. There were persons who they were your mentor, like Omar Palmer, and
Definitely.
that would have taken you through a phase of your life. We understand how it is when you go somewhere and your people might feel you're excelling too much, and you just come
True.
and you do this, and then
True.
him just come and get this on. We
You
know
know?
that kind of fight, and after a while, it wears you down. That
But-
maybe you just make up your mind and say, you know what, I'm gonna leave this.
Well,
Or people start to put obstacles. We know, we understand, but we want to highlight the fact that as a young man, you could have gone through a 10 months at an institution, and in no time after 10 months, you would have been what,
Risen-
second
yeah.
in the country.
Island. Yeah, definitely. And first in the parish of Chillon, you know.
That is something that you would have been proud of, and to this day, it is something that you should be proud of.
most definitely.
You should
know?
be proud of. But when we listen to you now, Dimitri, something else is there that would push you to this point of self-analysis. Wanting to say, boy, I want to know what my purpose, what purpose may really serve. I've said it before. If you not serve no purpose, might as well you just dead.
Definitely.
Because your life is supposed to do what? Impact other
impact
people.
other people.
Positively too.
You know?
Yeah.
Because if your presence doesn't add value, then your absence is of no significance either.
Yep. I've heard that. One of those young ladies, I heard her
You know,
with it.
definitely was on your program.
Yes.
As well. And,
Yeah.
I retained that because it's facts.
Yes, you retain it.
Definitely. You know?
Yes. If your presence don't add value,
If your presence don't add value, then your absence is of no significance.
your absence is of nobody now gonna miss you
Exactly.
because you never have no impact on them.
Hence the reason when we started this conversation, I said I never intended to be a replica.
Yes. You don't want nobody you don't want to be a replica of anyone.
Definitely not.
You want to
Be Dimitri Burke at all times.
and trail trail your own path
Create my own path and I leave a trail, you know?
for others to follow.
Exactly.
So you say you not follow.
No, sir.
You
Never.
lead. You lead.
Never.
You lead.
Never.
You lead. And a number of our young people want that kind of thing because we have too much followers.
Definitely.
Too much followers can't make up their mind for themselves. You know?
You see, all right. You see this thing, peer pressure.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give in to peer pressure because I am no avocado.
Peer.
Yeah, I am no peer. So I give in to no peer pressure.
Uh-huh.
You know? And
But how did you get over that? Because peer pressure is a real thing. When you go into a school environment,
Yeah.
Dimitri, peer pressure is a real thing. How did you get over it?
it all comes back down to when I started reading.
Mm-hmm.
I start engaging with Marcus Garvey, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, shout out David Davis,
Mm-hmm.
you know? Yeah. And Malcolm X,
Mhm.
Luther King,
Mm-hmm.
you know, the whole works. But
Mhm.
then I said, trust me, something missing.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, I normally come across people saying philosophy this, philosophy that.
Mm-hmm.
When I actually check it out, it's a code that people live by.
Philosophy.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not that I have anything with you living by someone else's code. But then I said, hey, you know what? I want to live by my own code.
That deep. We're gonna take a break and come back. It is Cultural Mix. We are in the studio of Fit FM 96.7, and we're gonna take a break. Bev Moonchild with Dimitri Burke. We soon come back.
Free your mind. Remove the shackles and chains from your brains. Look within, see what you find. Liberate your mind. It's freedom time. A freedom time, it's time to free your mind. A freedom time, it's time to free your mind. A freedom time, it's time to free your mind. A freedom time, it's time to free your mind. Freedom, freedom, oh freedom. I tell them about freedom, freedom, oh freedom. Yeah, me. Sure. Gotta go to a higher heights, gotta go to a higher plane. Gotta break those mental chains, gotta take them from your brain. If you coulda elevate your mind, then you never ever be the same. Same thing's gonna change. You're gonna light the flame. You're not gonna play the game. So strange. Take away the pain. Take away the pain. Rearrange. Break the chain. You'll never be the same again. It's called freedom. Freedom. Oh, freedom. Rastaman, I tell them about freedom. Freedom. Oh, freedom. Take charge of your physical and your spiritual. Take charge of your mental. Finding some affinity with divinity. That is fundamental. Try to be influential. Reset your mindset, reach your potential. Freedom is essential. Free like a freestyle pan instrumental. No make nobody use you and abuse you and I try confuse you. No make nobody fool you and I school you. Just trying to rule you. Freedom, freedom, oh freedom. That is what I'm talking about. Freedom, freedom, oh freedom. Yes, the chains are breaking, you're awaking, freedom's penetrating, great minds in the making, meditating, also educating, tired of the manipulating, minds need emancipating, liberating, elevating, stop waiting and procrastinating, now is the time, I take it as a warning, no time to waste, no stalling, another new day is dawning, new day, a brand new morning, can you hear freedom calling, calling, calling? Free your mind. Don't be confused and used by someone else's views. Be free to choose. Ask questions. Be open to ideas and suggestions. Find your own truth. Uplift the youth. Liberate your mind. It's freedom time. A freedom time. It's time to free your mind. A freedom time. It's time to free your mind. A freedom time. It's time to free your mind.
Freedom time, it's time to free your mind. That's Maccabee with freedom. Welcome back. It's Cultural Mix, folks. It is Bev Moonchild here, your host for Cultural Mix. We are in the studio of Fit FM 96.7. Your life, your music. Fit FM, Trelawney's radio. And guess what? This evening we are talking real deep stuff with a young man, not an old man, but I say it's an old man trapped in a young man's body. This man was here before, Dimitri. Before we went on the break, you hit me with a hard one. We had to break and come back because I'm telling you, your kind of reasoning is not the typical youth in Jamaica. May I tell you? And I suppose you know
Appreciate it.
that typical youth don't talk like how you talk. Typical youth don't have the kind of reasoning you like what you have. But you have told me that you do a lot of reading. Reading expand your mind. Reading expand your vocabulary. You travel just by reading, you know, because you read other people's culture. You read what is happening. You read other people's perspective on life. Reading expands your mind. But before we went on the break, you said, listen, you hear people talk about philosophy.
Definitely.
But when you check out the word philosophy, it's a code
Truly.
that you live by. And as you said, you don't have anything against another man want to live by another man's code, because that's really what it is.
True.
You're living by somebody else's code. You say you want to make your own code to live by.
True.
It's deep. Talk to me about it.
All right. So the whole concept of my philosophy is actually coming from something quite tragic. Tragic in the sense wherein that a lot of people don't really get a second chance like I have, you know,
Okay.
because in younger times, at the moment, mommy was pregnant with my little sister.
Okay.
Yeah, Davina.
Mm-hmm.
And we met in a terrible accident.
Wow.
Yeah. Even though sometimes I can still see it clear as day happening before me,
Mm-hmm.
And trust me, if I saw the vehicle that we came out of,
Mm.
crushed, wrecked,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, those adjectives are understatement to describe
Mm-hmm.
the state.
Mm.
We made it out though, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Immediately they flew me from the location to KPH.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was that tragic. I mean, when operation was completed, I had cast from my neck all the way to my foot,
Mm-hmm.
my entire body, you know. And I look at it
Mm-hmm.
and I say, hey, you know that I just won.
You just won.
I said, we just won,
Mm-hmm.
Mommy there, me there, stepfather at the time, him there, seeing we all three of us plus sister and mommy belly. Mommy, all right.
Mm-hmm.
So growing older, this is where my philosophy came from.
Okay.
Wherein that I created this for myself, stating that defeat
Mm-hmm.
is not the feeling experienced because someone else is victorious, but defeat is the feeling experienced because you have neglected your own will to become victorious. And that's my code.
Let me hear it again.
So that's defeat
Mm-hmm.
is not the feeling experienced because someone else is victorious,
Mm-hmm.
but defeat is the feeling experienced
Mm-hmm.
because you have neglected your own will to become victorious.
Ah. It is your will that you have neglected, your will to become victorious. When
Definitely.
when you neglect that, that's defeat.
Exactly. And winning is not always first place or physical.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Because once you set out on a task, once the objectives are met,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't matter the time frame,
Mm-hmm.
doesn't matter the placement.
Mm-hmm.
It is the effectiveness of how you get it done. And I can remember you stated in one of your one of our previous interviews, you said it is the process
Mm-hmm.
that you're fascinated by,
Yeah.
not so much the product.
Yeah.
And I share the same sentiments,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because how are you going to see the view from the mountain if you don't climb it?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So at this current point,
Mm-hmm.
it might take me a while because I'm practically doing it my way.
Mm-hmm.
I remain true to myself,
Mm-hmm.
because if I can stay true to myself, there's no one or nothing I can stay true to.
Yeah.
I can fall back on my word.
Mm-hmm.
If I tell myself I don't make promises. Yeah, not one bit. I don't make promises. I make statements
Mm-hmm.
and I put them to my name. So once I do that, it's a form of self-acknowledgement,
Okay.
And ever since lately, after I said the whole conversion thing,
Mm-hmm.
I was walking and I'm like, this young lady came up to me. She said, I know I've been admiring you.
Okay.
So I'm like, seriously?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying, on what notion?
Mm-hmm.
She said, trust me, each and every day that I see you, you're always smiling.
Mm-hmm.
You're always happy.
Mm-hmm.
You're always neat.
Mm-hmm.
She said, you walk like a peacock.
Mm-hmm.
And I laughed
Mm-hmm.
because initially that she's saying to me that you're a proud man, in which she actually said it.
Yeah.
She said, your presence is quite commanding,
Mm-hmm.
And I smiled and I said, thank you. And I walked away because, as I said, it's how you assert yourself.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And like a month ago, I won't forget, I was in Montego Bay, and I went to Burger King. So approaching the door, I saw a line. So I'm like, Father God, I'm gonna unite today. I'm gonna unite this today. You know, we're going for your youth. So I say, all right, then fine. We join the line.
Mm-hmm.
Something I had no intention of doing.
Mm-hmm.
Check it out, you know. I saw a girl just come waltz right in. So I'm like, no line.
Mm-hmm.
I got me standing here,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So I went up to the I went inside actually,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a worker standing there, like she was getting the trash out.
Okay.
So I said to her, "Good afternoon, excuse me. How are you doing?"
Mm-hmm.
She's like, "I'm okay." So I'm saying, "I just got a quick question. I'm requesting some help right now because I was standing in the line.
Mm-hmm.
And upon standing in the line, I just saw this young lady came and enter. Is it a case where that there is no line anymore?" And she looked at me from head to toe. And when she did it, this came after. "I'm sorry, Mr. Officer, what is it that you want?"
So she think you're an
I
officer.
think I'm an officer just by my whole demeanor.
Yes,
you know?
man. So she give you
The
what
way
you
that I
want.
look.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, honestly, I want the number one going. I gave her the money and she was handing me back change. I said, "No, it's okay. That's
yours for today."
You know?
So you get service.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I'm telling you, like, the way you present yourself,
Present yourself, yeah.
the way you assert yourself.
Yeah.
I'll never stop saying that. You know, it puts you at a certain standpoint in life.
Mm-hmm.
Because right now, when I really check the statistics, right?
Mm-hmm.
Put me in a room with 10 more youths my age right now.
Mm-hmm.
I can guarantee you they don't listen to the same music that I listen.
Okay.
And for me, I'm a music lover. For those who know me, I've always got my earphones. I've always listening to music.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Teddy Pendergrass, Anita Baker.
Them kind of artists
Them
that you
type of
listen.
artists, you know?
Okay.
For me, dancehall
It's not top on your
is
list.
not top on my list. And,
Okay.
and my overall artist for dancehall, Mavado, you know?
Okay.
Respect Mavado music.
Mm-hmm.
Chronic Law.
Mm-hmm.
He can write.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, man. And him have meditation, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Iwan, Sizzler,
Mm-hmm.
Dennis Brown,
Those are the kind of
Bob
music
Marley.
you kind of listen to.
Yeah.
Which brings me to the point, Dimitri, when you speak of two things. People treat you how you treat yourself.
True.
So you talk about how you carry yourself, how you treat yourself. Don't expect anybody to treat you less. How you treat yourself, people are going to treat you or better.
Exactly.
So if you want people to treat you well, then you have to treat yourself just as well.
Exactly.
And then it just follows. That's one thing. So I admire you for that. Secondly, now when you talk about the music that you listen to, and you talk about the fact that you read a lot. Now, the artists themselves will say, don't have us as no role model. Come hear some artists say that. We just had the music and we are talking about what going on in our life.
Yeah.
There are people who say that in trying to run away from the responsibility that no matter what you say, Dimitri, the minute you go into public life, people are going to look up to you.
Definitely.
You are going to be an influencer. And you have to understand your role as an influencer. You can't run away from it.
True.
When young people listen to music that speaks about gun and how you must kill people and people... Me hear some song where the man them literally tell you how you can kill people, you know.
Just me.
No, how you do that and then say you're not an influencer.
You know, that's very contradicting.
because we understand that you are just singing and people come and do what you say. But what role do you play?
I mean, in a case like that,
Mm-hmm.
I'll say firstly, music is powerful.
Mm-hmm.
And it is the closest thing that we have to a time machine.
Okay.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
It can bring us back to the past
Mm-hmm.
and it can take us to the future
Mm-hmm.
while we are partaking in the present.
Yeah.
So when an artist is going to go on the airwaves,
Mm-hmm.
it is no longer his own personal thoughts.
Okay.
It is now a vibration being sent throughout the diaspora,
Or through the world.
through the world,
Yeah.
because music travels,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
So the music in this particular time right now
Mm-hmm.
is quite negative.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And it is very influential.
It is.
So at this point right now, the youths that we have right now in my generation, majority are quite irrational.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it is after they have engaged in certain activities
Mm-hmm.
that they are now recollecting their thoughts.
When it's too late
When it's too
sometime.
late.
It's too late. It's too late.
Exactly.
It's too late sometime.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
so when you have artists promoting certain songs,
Mm-hmm.
all right, because look at it, these days, I likes do it.
Mm-hmm. Likes.
You know,
Okay.
I likes do it.
Okay.
So
Mm-hmm.
the more likes you have,
Mm-hmm.
or the more respect you're supposed to garner.
Maybe that's what they believe.
You know,
Maybe that's what they
when
believe.
that is not the case, because that's also a part of defeating yourself.
Mm-hmm.
When you fall to the norm,
Mm-hmm.
it becomes such a devastating effect on you
Mhm.
personally.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it affects you personally, there are others that you are connected to, and others emulate you.
Mm-hmm.
So when they see you doing certain things, they're going to go
They
ahead
are
and
going
follow.
to follow. They are going to follow. It's natural.
Exactly. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So that's where the whole self-control and reliance comes in.
Mm-hmm.
And these days, what I realize, it's hard to have just as much as a conversation
Mm.
with these younger ones.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Because the minute you say, hey, listen, when you have money, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you say, let's build a business.
Mm-hmm.
A business generates wealth. That is an asset.
Mm-hmm.
This generation have money.
Mm-hmm.
What them say? Cars and jewelry, liability. Yes, you pull yourself back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You get deeper now, Dimitri.
Yeah, because the very second you drive that car out of the parking lot, the value gone down.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
When you build a business that name profit and revenue,
Mm-hmm.
that now can help ease the generation gap,
Mm-hmm.
create generation wealth.
Mm-hmm.
But I realized something. You see, as youths,
Mm-hmm.
we don't really spend money to gain the necessities in life and to advance.
Mm-hmm.
We spend to show off.
Yeah. Yes. We spend to show off. And the music, Dimitri, is a show off kind of mentality in the music. Whether it is the females who do it or the males who do it, them talk about what them have. The girl them talk about what them have and them clothes and how them look good. All of that. And then people want to look gooder than them.
Vanity means nothing.
Who knows that? They don't know this.
Vanity means nothing.
And it creates discomfort for a lot of them, Dimitri, because them have to go to them way
Exactly.
to go look better than.
All right.
But where this competitiveness came from, though?
Right now,
Where it come from? Where it come from?
practically who want to look better than who?
Yeah, all of this
You know?
competition, where it come from?
I think it's been promoted in the music,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
And not only the music, but pride and self-esteem in one oneself.
Yes.
You know, because Marcus Garvey once said, if a man has power,
Mm-hmm.
what he needs to maintain that power is a strong heart.
Mm.
Because if you don't have a strong heart,
Mm-hmm.
one, you're going to hurt yourself first, and 2
Mhm.
you're going to hurt those around you.
Without a strong heart.
Definitely.
Mm.
Because if you cannot contain the power that you wield,
Mm-hmm.
then that is going to cause problems.
It's going to be destructive.
Exactly.
You can't even destroy yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
And hence, sometimes you really wonder if the way in which things plays out, if
Mhm.
it was destiny, if it was destined to happen. But I beg to differ,
Mm-hmm.
because a man cannot truly define
Mm-hmm.
his destiny,
Mm-hmm.
but a man has to do what he has to do
Mm-hmm.
until his destiny reveals itself unto him.
Oh, so it's a revelation.
Definitely.
It's a revelation. And we are having a revelation here on Cultural Mix. This is a deep thinking, deep thought show this evening. Dimitri is taking us deep as a young man. Somebody say, youth serving consciousness.
I appreciate it.
That's how it ought to be. Conscious perspective, Dimitri Burke. Arlene Burke is saying yes. Yvonne Milhedo, yes, we know you are in Georgia. Is it Georgia that you are Yvonne, and you always tune in? We thank you so much. Alric Brown, yeah, Dimitri, big up yourself. You have old mind like mine. That is Alric. Good night. Night catch some artists. You're right, Kay. Night catch them because it's too late for some people. Carl Anderson, sending love from little sis Davina. That is somebody you know there. Carl Anderson, big up, bro. And somebody named Powell.
That's mommy, Tasha Powell.
That's your mother?
Done.
They done this, mommy. You're doing great, son. Expressing yourself quite potently. Well, him say you are the done, mommy. So you know him laugh down when him hear you giving him that kind of endorsement. It's important when parents can endorse what their children are doing, because a lot of parents shame at them picnic, you know.
Definitely.
Them shame. And some people shame to the point where them not say nothing at all.
Yeah.
And for your mother to be endorsing you, I'm saying to you, Mr. Burke, that I feel good when I see you, because it tells me that it's not all that bad. We have some youth who have a positive outlook on life, and that positive outlook is going to infect other people around you.
That's the objective.
Yes. Once you're positive, you must be able to affect other people positively. Because if we can't do that, Dimitri, dog, damn, we supper, Jamaica go mash up.
Over.
Yeah, Jamaica go mash up. So when you find a youth like you know, we want to put you out there to see the influence that you can yield or wield among other youth, because we have to have a change of mindset.
Truly. And that brings me to our next point. You know, this whole interview, you heard me talking about self-acknowledgement.
Yes.
Never being a replica.
Mm-hmm.
You know, don't bury your true self just to fit in with the majority.
Mm-hmm.
Because good temporarily defeated is far better than evil triumphant.
Mm-hmm.
Never capitulate to the will of others nor the norms of society.
Mm-hmm.
Always choose to be different, because trust me, at this point, I have realized that it's when you go forward as a young man
Mm-hmm.
and you're not saying what the rest is saying,
Mm-hmm.
trust me, you get fight from all
From
angles.
all angles.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
You get fight from all angles, and not about Jackson Miller.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but you get fight from all angles.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to set yourself apart.
Yeah.
You have to find a foothold, because you see, regret is stronger than gratitude.
But before you reach the regret point, what you are saying here, if you find yourself, and if you self-evaluate, no regret can come.
Exactly.
Because you have to catch up yourself before regret stage.
Definitely, but not speaking of me personally right now,
Mm-hmm.
but the youths in general.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Because I've seen personally wherein Even my own friends
Mm-hmm.
call me
Mm-hmm.
and them say, yo, Dimitri, we in a class from 7th grade
Mm-hmm.
straight until 11. And I must say, you, you're there around way and you will always smoke,
Smoke. Okay.
will always drink,
Mm-hmm.
and you never touch it and you still hold your meds.
Mm.
And I we are your friend. I mean, I say, when I go forever be my brother. Me, I'm not no friend.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a brother, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And me, I try say, like, them friendship, they're real,
Mm-hmm.
straight,
Mm.
and rare. So I talk about Tamari Golson,
Mm-hmm.
Kenry Markland, Akeem Hilton, Javon Kelly, Romain Lewis, and Richard Jarrett. All of we connected at high school. Curtis Murray, you know why?
Mm-hmm.
Who not have a mother, have a father. All of we are single parent.
Mm.
So
So you had something in common.
we have something in common. We have that bond.
Mm-hmm.
So much to the point we are in that anytime projects is going on and teachers say, all right, get in groups, and they say,
All I
all
want to
of
come
us.
in the
Oh,
same group.
oh God, man, and there's a problem start.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm telling you something about boy people. you see when we say we are going to win,
Yes, we're not going to
there's
win.
no one that can best us.
We're not going to win.
We are going to win.
We're not going to win. I'm
You
telling you, we're not
understand?
going to win. Yes.
And we never give up. If you count me out, that simply means you cannot count.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And when we link up with my friend, we say, all right, this way I plan, and we get top marks in our class.
Mm-hmm. Once you put your mind to it.
Definitely.
Once you put your mind to it. I'm talking about association because sometimes we don't understand the power of association.
Yeah.
And the people who you associate with, eventually you're going to be like those people.
All right.
You're going to be like those people.
That's another valid point.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I describe myself as a Renaissance person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the type of man that I can actually be around any particular crowd
Mm-hmm.
without actually taking on their own personality.
Mm-hmm.
Because you see, individuality is key.
But we're talking about, remember now, Dimitri, you are a different kind of person, So, Anna, you will really talk about, when we talk about association and the power of association, you have some people say, if you want to be rich, find 5 millionaires and be their friends,
and
you
you'll
will be the sixth one. If you want to be poor, find 5 poor people and just constantly associate with them, and you'll be the 6th poor one.
What is rich?
That's another.
What is poor?
That's another question. It's a mindset.
Do you know why people remain poor?
Tell me.
POOR.
Mm-hmm.
Pass over opportunities repeatedly.
Dimitri. POOR.
Poor.
Poor. Pass over opportunities repeatedly. Nicholas, what's your name? Why am I keep calling you Nicholas? Dimitri, you are awakened. Julia, can I find that awakened song by Imara? Let me tell you something. You talk about this passing over opportunities repeatedly. We are in a space where some people don't even get the opportunities. So we have to talk about that.
Definitely.
Those that get the opportunities sometimes not prepared for the opportunities. Then pass it over because they have become used to people doing things for them.
Exactly. And when something becomes expected rather than appreciated,
yes,
that's another problem.
That's another problem. Expected rather than appreciated.
Appreciated.
That's something that we're going to talk about. Me, I tell you, say you're going hard this evening. Dimitri. Yeah, hit with hard people. This cultural mix is a hard one. It's going to call on you to think. It's going to call on you to come outside of the circle or outside of the box. It's not normal. It's not regular. And we have a youth who is spitting some positivity. He is Dimitri Burke. We're going to break and then we come right back to Cultural Mix.
Mm-hmm.
No, I need just to ring. Up and running. I'm a weapon. no sleep in my eyes. Focus, I sight up the heights. Awaken, no sleep in my eyes. Focus, I sight up the eye. Early morning as I rise. Deep breathe and exercise. Feasting on the sunrise. Hold the iron reverence for my sons and wives. I'm awakened, no sleep in my eyes. Focus, I sight up the heights. Awaken, no sleep in my eyes. Focus, I sight up the heights. Jelly water to my heart, yes. That's the way I break my fast. Hit the street, no retreat. Must be strong, can't be weak. Chant down Babylon, we won't accept defeat. I'm awakened, no sleep in my eyes. Focus, I sight up the eyes. Awaken, no sleep in my eyes. Focus, I sight up the eyes. Stop it. Oppressive. Got the massive passive. Implementing laws and orders so them rights them surrender. With them scriptures, psychological strictures. Fools keep cool adhere to their rules. Use like tools. Burden, heavy laden like a mule. For too long, battered, murdered by their weapons. Insistence and sustenance. Building institutions. Training intellectual morons. Tactics of assimilations. Grooming spies to maintain their lives. I was watching you from the corner of my eyes. Seeing clearly through my spiritual lens. Knowing that you are not my friend. Can't be tamed. Can't be bent. Ooh, like a lion. Broke from your den. Now a revolutionary. In your territory. Armed and dangerous. Confidently knowing liberation is a must. Is a must. Is a must. I'm awakened, no sleep in my eyes. Focus, I sight up the eyes. Awaken, no sleep in my eyes. Focus, I sight up the eyes. Awaken,
No sleep in my eyes. Focus, I sight up the eye. I want a heavy piece of music that, Aymara. May I tell you? Focus. I sight up the eyes.
Definitely.
That's a big tune, Aymara. Keep
Love
up
the message,
keep up
you know?
You love the message.
Definitely.
Because
My type of thing.
your type of thing. Aymara, you get a new fan.
My vibration, man.
Yes, your vibration. No, Dimitri, POOR.
Yeah.
Passing over opportunities
repeatedly.
repeatedly.
Poor.
We are going to end up same place,
Definitely.
Because if you repeatedly pass over those opportunities,
Exactly. You're not gonna go forward.
you're not going to go forward. And you're going to poor.
Yeah, that's like a ship without a compass. Right?
Yes, you're going to poor. I may tell you, say, when I listen to you, me say, dear, I don't know if your mother can relate to this. Usually when young people born and come out like old people, them say, as a person, they born them. It's a culture, It's an African thing. You have an older person in the spirit would have been there at birth. And them say, no, other old person, the other somebody, they born him.
Yeah.
So him grew up like an old soul.
A reincarnation.
Yes.
Definitely. I get the drift.
Yeah.
I get the drift with.
You know, and I'm saying there is a connection with you and that kind of vibration. Because it's not normal, you know.
Definitely.
It's not normal. And I want to big up your mother as you talk about single parents.
Done, man.
The done, you know. She would have guided you.
110%.
I'm telling you, man.
You know.
And for you to come to this point. I want you just talk. I don't really want to ask you much question, and I want you just talk. You talk about a code that you have structured for your life rather than living by other people's code.
Yeah.
You design a code for yourself.
Truly.
And I think this code is working well for you.
Most definitely.
But also want to talk to you now about the books them where you read.
Yeah.
Is there any particular book or the first book that you read that really set you on a path?
Oh boy. I got to hold up this tie again. William Nib.
William Nib.
Because William Nib is like my airport.
Mm.
That's where I took off from.
Okay.
Yeah. That's where I took off from, you know.
Mm.
They got my second mother from William Nib again. Alicia Mason McKellop. Mommy, second mother, you know.
McKellop, Mrs. McKellop.
Yeah.
Yes.
And grade 9.
Mm-hmm.
It all started at grade 9. I found myself saying some things.
Mm-hmm.
And I drove back and I was like, no,
Mm.
it's different.
Mm-hmm.
So I started writing, you know, crafting and drafting, and then ultimately start writing here and there poems and, you know, get myself more versed and out there, experimenting with words and how to write stories and stuff like that. So it got to a point now wherein I got to 11th grade,
Mm-hmm.
student counselor. So I said, hey, you know what? I'm going to run for this. You know?
Student council.
Yeah, I'm saying I'm going to run for this. And trust me, I go home and tell mama, say, mommy, I have a meeting, you know. Yeah, I say, me need to have a meeting right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you done a Mount Alvernia girl in a common entrance.
Yes, man.
Yeah,
Big up
man,
the Dan, mommy.
No play with her, man. Dangerous, you know.
Yes.
Could have beat any great judge today,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And me and the boss say, all right, we're gonna write a speech.
Mm-hmm.
Right there and then, I've been reading Marcus Garvey, the philosophy on Marcus Garvey.
Yes, philosophy and opinions of
Yeah,
Marcus Garvey.
yeah.
Mhm.
I read that book, and I have the Wise Mind of Selassie. I was working with those two books.
You're gone deep, man.
You
You're gone
understand?
deep, Dimitri.
So we said them 2 books to one.
No, you're gone deep.
Crazy.
If you're going to read
I'm
the
like,
Wise Mind of Selassie,
you
you're
know,
gone deep.
And Marcus
Dimitri.
Garvey, both of them one time. You know?
No, you're deep,
I'ma
youth.
say, all right.
You're deep, you're deep.
A submarine setting.
Yes, you're deep.
You know?
Yes.
It's a submarine setting.
Yes. At what age?
17.
You're deep.
You know, at 17. And
You're
then
deep, you're deep.
reach to a point now.
Uh-huh. The speech that
The
mommy writing
speech.
for you.
Me and mommy write the speech.
Mm-hmm.
Me and mommy browse through the books and analyze what I want.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But my daddy, you know, him actually give me a book same way too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? David Davis, pick up yourself if you hear this.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And you know, stepfather at the time that, you know, me and my daddy,
Mm-hmm.
David Burke.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, man. Problem that.
Problem.
Oh God, me and him have the same energy. You know, even though a relationship started out rocky at 1st, but
Mhm.
when me and him actually say, you know what, me a man now,
Mm-hmm.
and we link,
Mm-hmm.
oh God,
It's the
man.
best time.
Yeah, that's why I'm tell us there is power in reconciliation.
We're gonna talk about that, Dimitri. Reconciliation. We're gonna talk about
Yeah,
that.
but
But there's
then this-
something.
this-
Hold on, because I don't want to ignore the people who are talking back to us online here.
Yeah, sure.
Because this is an interactive cultural mix this evening, very interactive. So K is saying this man, which is you, you know.
Definitely.
Yeah. Big up, bro. Yvonne Milhedo, yes, she's telling me she's from Maryland. catch some artists. Whoa, listen now, listen. The one I want you to talk about. Good youth with a positive energy. Maryland, yes. And one Sir Burke, reality is at its best. You hear that? No. Greetings and blessings, Diane Wilson. Happy to have you. Melcinda Smith Drummond, thank you for joining us. Passing over opportunities repeatedly.
Repeatedly.
Poor,
Yeah.
love this. Candice Harris.
Bless.
Candice, me love it. Me rate that youth. Me rate that youth, says Jeline May. Thank you, Jeline, for joining us. Telma Gomez, very, very conscious young man.
Appreciate it.
Very, very
Appreciate
conscious. Anthony D in Philadelphia. Thank you, man. Michael Burke, he said, bless up every time.
Straight.
Nice, conscious music. Thank you for joining us, Michael Burke. Lego the big tune that was Awaken.
Yeah.
Imara.
Definitely.
Here's somebody asking, if you define poor, how you define rich?
If I
How
define
you define
for
rich? Passing over opportunities repeatedly. That is poor for you. How you going to define rich?
realizing I created a change.
Realizing I created
a change.
a change. Realizing, yes,
Yeah.
I
Created
created,
change.
and the H is for what?
This-
O-C-H.
CH.
Yeah. Realizing I created
Created.
a change.
Mhm.
A change. CH. Rich. It is rich.
Yeah.
It is rich. K. It is rich. And we're happy.
And that's what I'm doing right now, creating a change.
Yeah. Because
You know?
that is what is going to create that richness now,
Definitely.
Yes. Not only in you, but the people that you're pulling forward.
As I said, winning is not only physical,
Winning is not only physical.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
And until I said that speech, William Neighbor.
Mhm.
I have to go back to that story.
Yes,
then.
that your mommy come
Yeah.
together and do the speech.
I'm gonna do the speech.
Mhm.
My
Hey,
God.
you're running for student council.
Yeah, so I'm done with that speech.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I tell us when we literally walk out of
Mhm.
the auditorium,
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at all the senior teachers
Mm-hmm.
ready for me on the step.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even recall.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
The principal
Mm-hmm.
approached me. Mr. Burke,
Mm-hmm.
what are you trying to do? Put me out of my job? You want to start a revolution? You know? You want to start a revolution? So Kamara Grant, bless up again.
Mhm.
Like she was one of, as I said, she was the person who actually told me, Burke, don't change. You know?
Mm-hmm.
She came to me and said, Burke,
Mm-hmm.
where you get that speech from?
Mm-hmm.
Start laughing. Start laughing. She said, Burke, me hear Selassie.
Mm-hmm.
Me hear Marcus
Marcus
Garvey.
Garvey.
Me hear Malcolm X.
Mm-hmm.
Me hear Luther King.
Mm-hmm.
But most importantly, I heard Dimitri Burke. But Burke, you're giving them too much.
Mm-hmm. So, how did the competition go? You
You know,
you got all the votes.
I was vice president.
Okay,
know?
okay.
I was vice president, but I ran it like I was the president.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, man, I thought I was the face of William the man. Ask them.
Davina Davis, big up, bro.
That's my little sister.
Love you. Keep pushing for great.
Belly.
Carl Anderson. So it is from Carl Anderson and Davina Davis. Big up, bro.
Yeah.
Love you. Keep pushing for greatness. Everybody's saying the same thing, Dimitri. Because when you see a young man with your kind of energy, everybody going to talk about it,
Definitely.
because it's not something we see being promoted.
True.
Mind you, there are other youth out there who just as conscious, but we not promote them
Definitely.
because that not gonna get no likes, really.
Definitely.
That not gonna get nothing
No,
from Facebook.
you know?
I know, shared a million times.
I said in order to be different, in order to be irreplaceable, one has to be different. Because
Mhm.
look, certain things it come to the
Mm-hmm.
and within a day or two
Mm-hmm.
it gone
Yeah.
because no serve no purpose, no significance. There's
Yeah.
no weight behind it.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
But
You said something I want to go back to,
yeah, sure.
your father
Yeah.
and the power of
Reconciliation.
reconciliation. We
You
need
know?
to talk about that.
All right. as me say, even though I grew up single parent,
Mm-hmm.
you know, there's this point wherein finish school,
Mm-hmm.
you know, daddy always come Jamaica like once a year.
Oh, he was not not
No,
in
he
Jamaica.
doesn't live in Jamaica.
Okay.
You know, him always come Jamaica like once a year.
Mm-hmm.
And we interact, but at that point never really sight it as a father and son relationship.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
And then you know, at that point being young, me I say, man, I'm alright.
Mm-hmm.
Me have mommy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good. You know? But then completing high school
Mm-hmm.
and gradually grasping the concept of who I truly am.
Mm-hmm.
Going forward, you know, when we reach 20,
Mm-hmm.
I can recall him call me,
Okay.
you know, and I must say, yo, D, what's good? I must say, I'm good, you know, what I go on. I'm talking like normal,
Mm-hmm.
you know. I say, I'm good, man, what I go on now. I must say, I'm there, you know. I must say, here, what I go on now. So I'm 20 now, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I say, I might be young, but right now, I see it, a dog of my age is now put me a big man.
Mm-hmm. 20, yeah.
Yeah, you know. And from there, men him start have a conversation.
Okay.
Men him have a man-to-man conversation before we have a father and son conversation.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And even some of the details of the conversation, they are still just between me and him. Cause, you know,
Mm-hmm.
me
Yeah.
and him and me and him.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And me and him start reason. And we both acknowledge each other to the point where him said to me, say, you're a fine son.
Mm.
You know?
Mm.
Him say, oh, you're a fine son, you know, and happy for your part. What you take?
Mm-hmm.
Him say no easy, but you pull it off. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm look upon him and say, you know, in some crazy way, me utilize your absence as a positive vibe.
Wow. Wow. That sounds crazy.
Yeah, me say in some crazy way,
Mm-hmm.
utilize your absence as a positive vibe.
What did he say?
I mean, he was stunned for a bit,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
He must go back to the drawing board before him give me an answer.
Mm-hmm.
And when him actually come back, all him could say was proud of you.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
You know? And you see, ever since me and him start talk,
Mm-hmm.
I realize my whole flow
Yeah.
and demeanor
Mm-hmm.
are definitely part of him.
Mm-hmm.
How I move and operate
Mm-hmm.
are for him.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
So when me and him actually start communicate now on a regular basis and thing now, it moved to a point where if family is like, yeah, me no business with them today again.
You get close.
I tell you,
Mm-hmm. You get close.
you know,
The power
him-
of reconciliation.
yeah, exactly. You know,
Mm-hmm.
don't be naive and stupid as a youth. Trust me, youths, listen to me.
Mm-hmm.
You see, if there's someone that's absent from your life
Mm-hmm.
and they are coming back, regardless of timing,
Mm-hmm.
once it is positive, accept.
Mm-hmm.
Because you see, through acceptance, new life is born
Mm-hmm.
and a new path can be awakened.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Because when me and him start reason for certain things,
Mm-hmm.
him see something from 5 years ago will actually a play out now.
Mm-hmm.
And that have to do with me personally.
Okay.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
My whole vibe and demeanor and everything, my always tell me from them time, they say, trust me. So when you get a little older
Mm-hmm.
and you see the revelation,
Mm-hmm.
you will come back and you will see me and tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Him say certain things they get connected to right now. Him say if you see wherein they are leaving, he say let them leave.
Mm-hmm.
He said, trust me, whatever is for you will find a way back to you.
Yeah.
You know? And him says sometimes the best way to win is to actually let go of certain things sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
This is your father telling you all
Yeah.
them something here.
May I tell you?
So me can understand now that man to man kind of
Conversation.
conversation before it
The
became a
father
father
and
son.
son. Yeah, you know?
Did you express to him? Did you feel at any point that boy, I really should have my father around me some more?
You know, I won't lie to you. Yeah, honestly,
Mm-hmm.
you know? But throughout the whole tenure, my time,
Mm-hmm.
when I really look at it, it just made me stronger.
Yes, you said you use his absence
As a positive vibe, a
as a
positive
positive.
to my advantage.
How?
You know?
Tell me one thing, or if you want to say more than one, in a case where you use his absence and you work it out in a positive way.
Because I was just mommy, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And me see the effort she put out.
Mm-hmm.
For kids, some kids who have two parents, you know,
Mm-hmm.
if mommy not have it, them say daddy.
Mm-hmm. But
As to me never have a choice.
you just have to say mommy.
I just have to say mommy. If mommy say wait, I wait.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, with him not being there,
Mm-hmm.
if mommy can't do it, me have to just relax and know say, all right, me not have a daddy if you call upon. So if me know if I go step out of line, put myself at risk, whatever casualty I come my way, mommy I get caught up in that. I mean I want that.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Yeah, me understand what you're saying.
So with him not being there,
Mm-hmm.
it enables me to do more than just a second thought. Me think all 5-10 times before me do something.
Before you do something, because you look on the impact
Exactly,
it might have on your mother.
and the repercussions.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
So therefore, always analyzing a situation
Mm-hmm.
before I take a step. Sometimes I calculated 10 steps before I even make one.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I understand clearly. Me understand.
Definitely, and me always draw for this particular line from Sizzler.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been here all days of my life. Works good and queer. I behold with my sight.
Mm-hmm.
Some will share, others do as them like. Some flesh them and tear with a fork and knife.
Mm-hmm.
Some don't care, their heart is like ice. As them kill another, them rejoice. But what I do? Holding firm.
Mm-hmm. Every man,
you know,
have him turn. Yes.
Judge a crop apart with success.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I-
Holding firm.
I
every
never
man has him turn.
lose myself. I always stick on to the positive sides of life.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And as Garnet Silk said, I'm taking advantage of the underprivileged, too long living in bondage, advantage of the situation. I work, you get the promotion, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It just brings me right back to where in as youths, we work hard. You know? We really push out a lot. But yet still at the end of the day, it's like we're not appreciated.
Dimitri, earlier you spoke about like scamming and so, and say it was on the increase or on the rise, or it has started at the time.
Yeah.
I have spoken to youth who them not have the time for them kind of non-appreciation kind of thing.
Yeah.
And them not have the time to work the hours with them to some people work. And so them step to some other thing where them will gain from easy and quick.
Yeah.
A number of our youth feel unappreciated.
Definitely.
Because as older people, as adults, we kind of sidestep youth, you know.
True.
And
Sometimes.
we say, yes, I've seen it.
It
And you
happens.
pass your judgment before you even talk to a youth. Just by how him look, you create a whole file.
Long time.
And you not talk to him yet, you know. And most time the file where you create on the youth here is negative. So you don't give them no chance to prove themselves. We're a lot of us, let me exclude myself because I really don't do it. A lot of people are walking and profiling people. And that is what causes resentment in some youth. And them end up doing the thing with them do.
Yeah, because these days they give the youths the doubt. They're not getting a benefit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
No, it might sound funny, but it's
Yeah.
reality.
Yeah, they're not giving them a benefit.
You know, we get
Them
a doubt.
a
We're not
pure
giving
doubt.
a pure doubt.
Yeah. Pure
Y-
doubt.
you know
You're
what I
right.
you know
You're
what I
right.
mean?
Yeah. You
So
are right.
if it's a case wherein that, hey, look at this. My generation is here,
Mm-hmm.
right? But yet still we are self-destructing going before yours.
Mm-hmm.
And trust me, that's not looking good.
It not look good.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a case wherein that they have the platform to help,
Mm-hmm.
but yet still sometimes I'm not sure if it's a case wherein that they think we're coming to surpass,
Maybe threat. You
you
feel
know,
threatened.
our selfishness,
Yeah.
you know. But how can you push a statement like youths are the future if you don't believe in the youths?
That means believing in the future.
Exactly.
And
And
you damage your
then
future.
there's no future.
There's none. There's
You
none.
understand?
There's none.
Yo-
Here, Anthony D. Anthony D is in Philadelphia. This youth is endowed with the wisdom of Solomon.
Definitely. You know?
Alaric Brown. You know Alaric Brown?
Yeah, I think I know Alec, bro.
Big talk, bro. Hope you get a big break from this interview where you will be a motivational speaker for the younger generation. Hope the PM see this or hear about this interview and find you. I swear. Alaric, share it, Alaric. We're going to ask everyone who is commenting now and commenting positively, share it on your platform because this is how the word is going to go out. This is how people are going to hear from Dimitri right here. Share it on your platform. So Alaric, we're asking, share it on your Facebook page. Anthony D, share it. Yvonne Milhedo, share it. Rosalie Chung, you know what time of England now?
Wait, I don't think 5 was ahead of, right?
There are 5 and some hours. And
Yeah.
Rosalie is saying
It's-
most of our youth today are dispirited, dissolution without boundaries.
Whoa. Powerful.
She's in London.
Powerful.
Yes, she's in London. Thank you, Rosalie, for always supporting Cultural Mix. I'm gonna ask everybody to share. Jeline may I ask you just press the share button right now. Share it
Definitely.
on your page. Anthony Palmer, may I beg you, press the share button right now. Okay? Do the same thing. Who is Tuesday? Is it Tuesday, Coley? Somebody
that's
you know?
that's my best friend.
May I tell her to share it now?
You know, hey, Sharon, what you do? Share that for me, please, and
Yes.
thanks, you know.
Yes, Carl Anderson, do the same thing. Just share it.
Sharon,
Share it on your page.
Sharon, I'm a
Make-
boss for life, man.
Yes, make people hear something positive coming from a youth. And this youth is from Trelawney.
Right, yes, sir, don't it?
Right in a Trelawney. Some people think, I think Trelawney Bush. Well, I write out of the Trelawney Bush. This kind of deep thinker is coming from. Dimitri, may I tell you, say you go hard. You go deep for you mention them 2 books there at 17.
Definitely.
Nothing else could have come. What are
know?
some of the other influences in your life?
Well, besides music, reading, it's practically just the people around me. You know, my environment, nature itself,
Mhm.
you know, life, because that was the whole concept that brought the interaction between you and I.
Yeah.
You know, the whole manifestation of life. Life is precious and life is valuable
Mm-hmm.
because without life, there is no fulfillment.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so therefore, in order to truly reach to that high point, you have to first love life. You understand me? Love yourself. Self-love, trust me,
Mhm.
very great, because sometimes people judge me and say I'm conceited.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, listen to me, in this cool world I have to first love myself,
Mm-hmm.
because it reached to a point wherein I'm tired of saying, hey, Dimitri is responsible.
Mm-hmm.
Dimitri is accountable.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that just plain up boring. Everybody responsible, everybody accountable.
Mm-hmm.
I said, all right, I got something.
Tell me what you have.
Yeah, I wrote my name on a piece of paper from Dimitri to Burke. And my first name is spelled with all I's, no E's or Y's.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Dimitri.
Mhm.
Burke, Burke.
Mhm.
I wrote everything on a piece of paper
Mhm.
and I put it on my dresser. I stepped out once.
Mhm.
I come back in, it's still there. So, all right, nothing as yet.
Mhm.
I stepped out twice.
Mhm.
Come back in, nothing as yet. So,
Mhm.
all right then. Third time's a charm.
Mhm.
When I came back in and I look at that paper and I saw Dimitri Burke, I said, listen, domineering, immaculate, mature, imperturbed, threatening, resplendent, indispensable, bold, unpredictable, reckless, knowledgeable, eclectic. Here's Dimitri Burke.
Ah, so you just find yourself right there, so.
That's where everything started. That act, that one moment propelled me to this point right now.
Mhm.
You know, at that point I became transcendent.
Mhm.
You know, I evolved. You
You
understand me?
became awakened.
Exactly.
Awakened.
You know,
No
third eye
sleep in the
business.
eyes. Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, being in that's when like I felt
Yes.
a certain resonance between myself spiritually right now.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. Me feel you. Me feel you. Me feel you. No, me not lie. Michael Burke, I'm gonna ask you to share this program right now. Share it, share it, share it, share it. Jeline, me, Candice Harris, share the program on your platform.
Bless up Candice, that's my
No.
friend as well, you know?
Diane Wilson, may I beg you, my sister. She's in Canada, I think.
Yeah.
Share it on your program and make on your platform and make people listen to the mind of this youth here in
Junior
Trelawney.
Tomlinson.
In Trelawney.
My brother Junior Tomlinson.
Junior Tomlinson,
Bless
good
up.
youth with a positive energy. Share it on your platform, Junior, so people can hear. Because too much times, what we see being shared and being forwarded so much time on WhatsApp
Negative.
is negative. When you look, you can't even share what it is again
Oh
two
my
times because
God.
this has been forwarded so many times.
Times.
You can only share it one time
You
now.
know?
And most time when you look, Dimitri, and nothing too sensibly, no. It's something derogatory about a woman,
I'm
or
telling you.
some always some things about it, shaming a woman, or some
And the-
picking her to behave bad in a school.
And these days, them push the woman to a point wherein women themselves start trading their modesty for popularity.
Modesty for popularity,
Popularity.
because we believe, say, no, the popularity are the thing now, and if you're not popular,
know?
not now go on for you.
You know, one thing my mommy tell me, and it applies to both man, woman.
Mm-hmm.
She said, listen, whatever you do, remember this. You have your name, you have yourself, you are your own brand.
Mm.
Market that brand. And she said, remember this. You see, if you lose your pride, your morals, and your standards, you will never get them back.
Your mother tell you that?
Yeah. Yeah, mommy tell me that from very tender age. Mommy tell me that, and trust me, it's reality. If those things are taken away from you, or you choose to
Throw them
discard
away.
them,
Yeah, discard them.
you're gone.
What your mother name? Let me look.
Tasha Powell,
Tasha Powell.
boss.
No, me understand why you say mommy are the boss. You
I
know that
done.
Chris Martin song was a mommy are the princess.
Yeah, man.
My first lady, she had
Yeah,
it
you
done.
know, well,
Mommy,
well, me I go with Tupac on the one, you know, dear mama, you know.
dear mama,
Yeah,
Tasha
man.
Powell, you are doing a great job, or you did a great job. She's telling you you're doing a great you're doing great, son. But mommy, Tasha Powell, you did a great job as a single mother.
Yeah,
You
man.
work on the one, I mean, I tell you, you work on him, you work on him, you work on him. The man just impressed me as a young man. And when I heard him that day, first of all, when I saw him with the ankh, I say, anybody I go wear ankh, have to know the meaning of ankh. So once him shoot the meaning to me, I say, well, that's somebody I sound like, somebody where me can talk to. And that is why I asked you about it, not because I didn't know.
Yeah, because
I wanted to find out.
of what
from
reason
you.
with you hear me number come, man. I say, no, it's a big man, a joker. Feel she easy. We say she upon levels, you know.
Yeah, man.
Say I pull me, you know.
Yes.
Say,
I
alright.
want to find
No
out where you
problem.
there, where you
No
there.
problem. You
But
know?
Dimitri, you really impressed me that moment, and still you are impressing others here as they listen to you as a young man in 2023. 2022 in Jamaica.
Definitely.
And we are seeing where a lot of our young men are going down the road of crime, going down the road, all kind of thing is happening. But you have decided to do what?
Be different.
To be different, because you say once you start blending with the crowd, you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, exactly. Once I start get normalized with the majority, like set myself
You
apart.
say
man.
something might go wrong now.
Yeah, and also I want to touch on something real quickly as well.
Yeah.
You know, as it relates to the whole violence thingy
Mm-hmm.
right now going on in schools, right?
Mm-hmm.
Currently working with a group of friends right now. The name of the business is Genesis.
Okay.
You understand?
Mhm.
And here's our business card as well.
Mm-hmm.
What this whole Genesis movement is all about right now. We currently have the system set up in a couple schools island wide.
Okay.
You know, so it's an ID tracker, a smart ID tracker system, wherein that once the child comes to school,
Mm-hmm.
scan his or her ID, an
Okay.
immediate email or text message is sent to the parent.
We're going to talk
You
about
know?
this.
Definitely.
We're going to talk about this, Dimitri, because this could be a security feature, a security measure
It is.
that parents can employ.
It is.
So we're going to talk about this at a different time. I really want to talk back with you, because we just touched the surface this evening.
Definitely.
No, I'm serious. We just touched the surface. We're going to come back and we're going to talk about you. We're going to plan it out, how we're going to deal with the program, because I think we need to start pushing positive now.
Definitely.
And in Cultural Mix, that is what we want to do. The discussion that we had this evening just give me some more ideas on how we can talk with you and how we can impact more people. Somebody say, I hope the Prime Minister tag the Prime Minister
Whoa.
on it. So
Appreciate
we can
that.
start impacting positively and impacting youth, because if we now impact people positively, might as well we just pack up the bag and go.
Exactly.
Because what we are live for?
Exactly.
Live for self.
As I said, it comes back to the point which I make that
Mhm.
the cause is humanity,
Yeah.
and we are the youths for the future. So if there's no youth, there's no future, no humanity.
None, absolutely none. And we see where the youth them are destroy themselves. So
Definitely.
them are destroy the future.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
You know?
So we have hope because you are here. And I know if we impact one,
Definitely.
it's gonna have a ripple effect.
Definitely.
We impact 10, just imagine. It has a ripple effect. Same way.
It's a whole nation that's been saved right there.
It's a whole nation, Dimitri. I really want to thank you. You have lifted my spirit this evening, me not lie you. You have lifted my spirit, and I'm sure you have lifted the spirit of others.
Definitely.
I want to thank you. I want to thank your mother. I want to thank the community that you grew up in. I want to thank the family where you come from.
William
I want
Nib.
to thank your father.
Yeah, man, big up.
I want to thank your stepfather. I want to thank everybody who played a part
You know?
in this here development of Dimitri Burke. What's the last word? Because we're on the time.
Well, the last word right now,
Yeah.
regardless of what you're going through, where you are at the moment, just know that is not the destination. That's just a part of the process. So if you have to jump some fence, go on some corner, follow that path, because guess what? At the end of the day, tomorrow comes after the dark.
Mhm.
All right? And the future is with us as youths. Ignorance enslaves, knowledge liberates. Thank you.
Thank you, Dimitri. We want to thank everybody who joined us. Everybody who joined us on Facebook, we want to thank you so much. We want to thank you for the interaction. We want to thank you for sharing and continue to share. Those of who didn't join us live, them can always watch the replay on Facebook, on the Fit FM page. You can also see it on my page. We want to thank everybody. Come back next week. Next week is going to be another awesome show. We're going to be talking with Miss Trelawney, Festival Queen, next week on Cultural Mix. Thank you. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe. Those people in St. Catherine, look where you walk and look who you talk to. Guidance for everybody. Bless up. Take care. We listening to Awaken from Imara as we go out.
Knowing that you are not my friend. Can't be tamed. Can't be bent. Ooh, like a lion. Broke from your den. Now a revolutionary in your territory, armed and dangerous, confident in knowing liberation is a must. It's a must. I'm awakened, no sleep in my eyes. Focus.
Fit FM.
Fit FM 96.7.
96.7.
Duncan's Trelawney.
Duncan's Trelawney. Fit FM is owned and operated by Communistation Company Limited, located in Stuart Castle, Duncan's Trelawney, Jamaica.